Most people think manipulation is loud. They think it looks like shouting, lying, gaslighting. But the most dangerous manipulators, they don't attack your confidence. They attack your certainty quietly, surgically, and without leaving fingerprints. Today, I'm decoding 7 rare psychological tactics that almost no one sees coming, but you've already been exposed to all of them. These aren't theories. These are techniques backed by real psychological research. I've linked the sources below so you know this isn't fiction. It's weaponized psychology. Let's begin. 1. Conversational hijacking, the silent takeover. The most skilled manipulators don't dominate the conversation. They redirect it. You ask a direct question. Why didn't you show up yesterday? They give a micro answer and then attack your certainty. Yeah, sorry. But why do you always assume the worst about me? Boom. In 3 seconds. The conversation is no longer about their behavior. It's about your flaws. They didn't raise their voice. They didn't deny anything, but they now control the entire narrative. And you're the one justifying yourself. That's not a conversation. That's a psychological jailbreak. 2. Strategic vulnerability, weaponized softness. This is manipulation wrapped in innocence. They reveal a vulnerable story, but the timing is too perfect to be real. A shaky voice. Confession about childhood. A single tear at the exact moment your anger peaks. And suddenly, you feel guilty. You soften. You back down. But listen carefully. The point isn't connection. It's leverage. They didn't open their heart. They opened your defenses. 3. Reverse anchoring. The illusion of fairness. They start with something crazy, an extreme request, an unfair deal, an explosive accusation. You reject it instantly. That's the trap. Then they compromise, offering something much more reasonable. And now, because it's smaller than the first thing, you're more likely to accept. But the twist, that reasonable request was the real objective all along. You didn't negotiate. You got anchored. 4. Intentional misinterpretation. The word warper. You say something clear. They twist it into something emotional. You say, I need space. They answer, so, you're abandoning me again. Now you're defending yourself, explaining, clarifying, apologizing, even though they twisted your words. Every second you spend explaining is a second they gain more control. This isn't confusion, it's strategy. 5. The illusion of truth effect. Repetition rewrites reality. There's a terrifying psychological fact. The more we hear something, the more our brain accepts it as true, even if it's a lie. So manipulators repeat the same narrative over and over and over. You're too sensitive. You're overreacting. You always make things dramatic. At first you resist. Then you question. Then you start believing it. Your self-image gets rewritten by someone who benefits from your doubt. 6. Triangulation. The invisible audience. They bring in a third person, real or imaginary, to corner you. Even Sarah thinks you're being dramatic. My friends agree you've changed. Now you're not arguing with one person. You're arguing against a crowd you can't even see. You feel isolated, outnumbered, unsure of your own perception. That's exactly the goal. 7. Emotional timeout, psychological starvation. This is one of the most brutal tactics. When tension rises, they go emotionally dead. Flat face, cold silence, zero warmth. And that silence becomes torture. Your brain goes into overdrive. Did I do something wrong? Should I apologize? Am I losing them? You start arguing with yourself while they sit in total control. They don't need to win the argument. They just let your mind break itself. The truth. These tactics don't look like manipulation. They look like silence, softness, confusion, concern. That's what makes them lethal. But now you see the patterns. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. Awareness is protection. Recognition is power. Control returns to you. If this opened your eyes, tap like. It helps more people escape these psychological traps. And for deeper, darker breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. We're just getting started.